Star Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Landing gear is ready. Site is clear.
Something you might be interested in, but we really need to talk.
Don't worry.
See that shroud covering Neon? Believe it or not, you're looking at the only city in the Central Systems that powers...
Need some work done? Looks to me like you've already I'm sure you can find something you like.
Looks like some sort of checkpoint ahead. It's probably designed to suck the credits directly from your pocket.
Snippers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you step.
Alright, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire. So, what was the plan, Mission? Smuggle the Aurora into Akila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, so honest mistake, right? Just settle this right here. I can pay you.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayou's job. Now, shut up and start walking.
Move it. Let's go.
The rules are there for a reason. Follow them, and we won't have a problem. New around here? Make certain that you familiarize yourself with our rules and regulations regarding the transport of Aurora. After all, you don't want to end up like Nishar, do you? Certainly. And for your own good, I urge you to listen carefully. First and foremost, the interplanetary transport of Aurora is strictly forbidden. Anyone caught transporting the substance through this checkpoint will be arrested, fined, and jailed if necessary. On my list of excuses for attempting to transport Aurora, that ranks a close third to I forgot that I had any on me, and I am holding it for a friend. The other regulation you should be aware of is that Aurora is only available for purchase in the Astral Lounge. Buying it from any other business or a street dealer is illegal. You will be arrested, fined, and jailed for participating in such a transaction. If they do, Neon Security will handle it. For your own safety, I urge you to avoid those locations entirely. All right then, that's it. If you have any additional questions, let me know. Otherwise, keep your nose clean and move along. Lousy? The hell are you talking about? Outside of working the Astro Lounge, this is one of the most secure jobs you can get. Do you have any idea how many people get turned away from Neon security? How about half the damn platform? No, I'm one of the lucky ones. Spend some time in Epside and you'll see what I mean. Volii Alpha has a unique agreement with the Freestar Collective. We allow their ships to patrol the spaceways, and Neon Security maintains the peace within Neon itself. The only exception is the Freestar Ranger outpost located in the city, but Ranger Price fully cooperates with our department. Aurora is the #1 product produced by Xenofresh Fisheries, the company that originally founded what is now called Neon. Clinical studies sponsored by Xenofresh have proven that using Aurora has no long-term negative health effects, and so it was approved for public use. And before you ask, yes, this was also approved by the Freestar Collective, as long as Aurora stays within the city limits. Worst part of Neon. Basically, it's the outer perimeter of the entire platform. We're talking poverty, drug dealers, lowlives, gangs. It's not worth a visit. If you want to enjoy your visit, stick to the safer parts of town.
We have to talk. It's important.
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
Interesting. List is
Soon. Ryujin Industries.
Summit face. Don't eat the troll.
I have something I
told
really need to
Look
talk
at
to you
this
about.
place. Ridiculous, right?
Why would someone open a mining supplies business on an ocean planet?
Exactly. I can't believe this place is still open. I give it a few more months before this loser packs it
Hello,
in.
my friend.
Don't be such...
Welcome. Welcome, my friend. It's been a long time since I've seen a new face.
You want to waste your credits? You go right ahead.
The first time I'd laid eyes on this building, I felt the same way. You see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating a mining supply empire on Volii. Yet here I am, only a few years later, pockets empty, and my business on the verge of closure. It is a sad day. That would be a blessing, my friend, but I wouldn't want to impose. Listen to me, my friend. I hear what the people say on the street. They call me crazy for opening a mining business on an ocean world. I was aiming so much higher, hoping to attract these space travelers, passing through the Volii system on their prospecting journeys. It was stupid to assume I could corner the market on mining supplies and raw materials without a solid foundation. And by God, I've paid the price. Certainly, my friend. You would do that for a total stranger? Bless you, my friend. Bless you. I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business, and you were the final element that was missing. If you could bring these flyers to some of the other vendors in Neon, it would explain how we can improve our businesses as a group. Many in Neon keep to their own, and I believe this is why we fail. James Newell and his Merchant Alliance friends are on the right track, but all they do is spend their time complaining, never solving. We must unify, band together, and help each other out. Then, when one of us falls, the others can reach down and help him rise from the dust. In the meantime, we will refer people to each other's shops, perhaps even promote sales together. It would benefit us all. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. You have no idea the weight you have lifted from my shoulders. I appreciate your help. Farewell, my friend. And tell everyone we have plenty of mining supplies in stock.
You good?
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest.
I have something I really need to talk to you about. We should make sure we're well supplied for the trip to Cassiopeia.
If you're here to report a crime, take it to local security. They handle that stuff. Mostly to keep an eye on the smuggling trade. Black market goods flow through Neon like a river. Can't stop it, but I can at least keep an eye out in case it's something real serious. Think nothing of it. Word of advice. Enjoy the city, but know your limits. Trouble's waiting around every corner, and the law won't protect you the way it does in other places. I don't mean to preach, but prudence will serve you better than bravado around here. There's something else you need? Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her? Name's Alexis Price. There's a sort of fragile peace here in Neon. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist with minimum friction. Believe it or not, yeah, it was. My mother's an executive with Ryujin, so I grew up here. I volunteered for this post as much to keep the other Rangers out of trouble as any other reason. If some hotshot rookie took this job and started flashing the badge everywhere, it wouldn't end well. Later.
Now, James, I don't know why you're sad, but Administrator May.
Hey, I need you to listen to me. Members of Constellation are held to the hunt because you're bending over backwards to help me right.
Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific good.
Oh, I don't have a problem with this place. That man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon. He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon security to keep his place safe. A lot of the merchants in Neon belong to a small Merchants Alliance. It's nothing formal. It's just a bunch of us getting together to air our grievances and watch each other's backs. By standing up to the lowlifes who come in here expecting me to just hand over all of my money. I refuse to be run out of business or be forced to pay protection. Everyone has a choice. Some are simply more difficult than others. The only way to fight Neon security is if all the merchants unify and push back on these unreasonable rules. Anyway, sorry. I know I can get a little intense about these things. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you might want to buy. Here, let me see that. Oh, not a bad idea. I might be onto something here. Thanks for bringing this to me. I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love ever since. I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city. No problem. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say. Fair enough. Just be careful when you're dealing with Sigurd. He can be surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered. The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Sigurd said he had every intention of paying me. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me. Watch your back out there. I had to chase more.
Welcome to Newell's. Let me know if you need help with anything. Do I sound that awful? I didn't even realize. Terrible, just terrible. You'll have to excuse me. With all the ruckus my husband's been making at the Merchant Alliance meetings, it's difficult to get any rest. Poor old man has himself mixed up in a foolish crusade against Dietrich Sieghart, who he's angry at for paying off Neon security. For protection, I assume. They apparently target certain businesses with some type of safety assurance fee scheme. We've been spared that indignity so far, but it's absolutely disgraceful this kind of thing is happening. He runs Sieghart's Outfitters. It's right outside the spaceport terminal. I suppose you could say he's our only real competition. If you ask me, he isn't such a terrible person. Please don't tell James I said that. I don't believe he is, no. I think my husband has Dietrich all wrong. He's probably doing what he has to do to survive. Just, please don't tell James I said that. I don't want him to think his own wife is doubting him. It's just a feeling that I have about Dietrich. I'm sure he's paying off Neon security because he has no choice. He can't afford to fight back like my husband expects. I have no idea. Anytime the subject comes up, it turns into an argument. Frankly, he's so obsessed with this Dietrich situation, I don't think he's listening to me at all. Well, thank you. I can't remember the last time a total stranger walked into our store and offered to help. It would be so lovely to see my James happy again. He used to smile at me all the time, you know. Now all I see is worry on his face. I suppose you can speak with him about it if you like. But perhaps you'd like to browse our store a bit before you do? Stop by again soon.
Equipment and accessories for all your hectic needs.
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Med.
But that's jumping in from where?
Paradiso.
Hey there.
All this time we thought he was just being some miserable
Customer,
hermit.
feel free to spend your
You
credits.
think he finally
Or
regrets
get the hell
disappearing
out.
all those years ago?
Yeah? You need something? If you're here for blend, I just had a new batch come in last night. Did you even bother to look at the shop's name before you stumbled in here? Legrand's Liquors? No? Okay, let me help you out then. So I'm Legrand, that's me, and I sell liquor. You know, the stuff that gets you drunk? Ah, here I thought the name would explain it. No mystery, the name says it all. Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. I've got a lot of business to take care of, so if you don't mind hurrying this along, that'd be great. As soon as word gets out Blend is back in stock, it's going to be a stampede. No, are you crazy? I've got a captive audience here. Business is booming. Blend is part of the Neon charm. It's iconic. Not to mention that Blend's mix of special ingredients can only be found here. Whatever, just hand it over. I'll look at it on my own time. Probably because you can't buy it anywhere else except at my shop. And I mean anywhere. As in the entire settled systems. It's got a special blend of secret ingredients that you can only find in Neon. Alright, genius, you guessed the main ingredient, but you don't need to be yapping about it in public, you know? For your information, the distribution of Aurora anywhere except the Astro Lounge is illegal. Off the books, that shit flows like water around the city. Sure, got more than you can handle. What are you, the nosy type? Why do you care? But if you must know, business is good. It's always good. Blend is a local phenomenon. It gets people in the door. So are you going to buy any, or are you just gonna talk my ear off? Sure you don't want some extra blend for the road?
I hope he doesn't expect to just...
Something for me when you have a moment.
I've been applying to different megacorps in the area, but I haven't got any bites. Hey, if you hear about any entry-level job openings, let me know. I've been trying to find an office job, but all of them require like 5 years of experience. To be honest, I don't really know what I want. I just know that if I don't find something soon, my parents won't just disown me. They'll have me stripped for parts. Kelt Corp and Stroud, but I haven't heard back, and that's threatening to cut off the cred spigot. That's exactly why I haven't applied there. Way too much competition. Well, I went to school for business, but it's not like I remember any of it. In my last interview, the recruiter asked me what I thought about Keynesian economics. I asked her, which planet is Kenzie on again? And she just looked at me and cringed. I don't blame her. Let me know if you hear of any openings.
Sometimes Styx, I wonder how things would have been different if you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Just keep your hands where I can see them. Oh, I don't know. Stuff things in your pocket and run. Rob me at gunpoint. Shoot me in the head. I've survived on Neon far too long to take any chances. My store, my rules. If you don't like it, talk to Styx. He runs our, complaints department. See, now, you're just getting technophobic. And that's gonna hurt his feelings. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here and treating Styx like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. If I could find the asshole who did that, I'd make him pay for the paint removal. You'd do that? Huh. Okay. Maybe I misjudged you. Huh. I'm glad you see Styx as more than just a possession. The lowlife that did this to my buddy calls himself Warlord. You can probably find him somewhere near Euphorica. Scare the crap out of this punk, and it'll teach all the Ebside lunatics that nobody messes with me and the Styx. Warlord's one of the Disciples, one of Neon's street gangs that claims it owns Ebside. A few years back, the gang tried to break in here and rob my place, but Styx put one of them down and sent another to Reliant on a stretcher. He and his buddies have been harassing me ever since, mostly by scaring away my customers and stealing my deliveries. Warlord still swears he'll get even with me, and he came pretty damn close when he somehow managed to disable Styx and sprayed him with paint. It feels like it's only a matter of time before he gets past Styx, and I'm done for. I knew a guy a few years ago who ran up a hell of a tab with me. Now, I'm talking thousands of credits, but at least he'd make regular payments. One day, the payments stopped, so I tracked him down. Found out he got mixed up with an Aurora dealer and, fell from the upper platform. Since I had a legit claim, the city awarded me his property, which amounted to the contents of a storage container. Guess what I found inside? Took me a few months to scrounge up the parts, but I'd say I did a pretty decent job getting Styx up and running. It's no big secret. I lost it fighting on the Freestar side during the Colony War. I was a ground pounder, slogged it out in the trenches with the troops. It did pretty well, too. Until an EM weapon took out our transport. They pulled me out of the wreckage, but the damage was done. Honestly, I consider myself lucky. Most of the other soldiers died in the crash. I know you'll be surprised, but thanks to my sparkling personality, I don't exactly have the easiest time making friends. That means I spend a lot of time talking to sticks, and Model A robots, they're not really programmed for casual conversation. The net result is I end up talking to a machine and looking like I'm out of my mind. Hell, maybe I am. Don't need it, don't want it. Take it somewhere else. Don't need it, don't want. You ever get nightmares, Sticks? About the war?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your inquiry is invalid. For paint and home. Frank Rennick is the proprietor of Neon Tech. End query.
You ever get nightmares, Sticks? About the war?
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
You just want to forget. One's got nothing to do with it.
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
No one understands you, stupid piece of tin.
Tevin Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise. You don't want to miss that.
Need something? Yeah? Buying, selling, or moving? Alright, smartass, let's cut the bullshit. You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some goods, or have some liberated goods taken off your hands for a reasonable price. So, instead of wasting my time making me explain how the business world works, let's get a move on. Now that's what I'm talking about. We both want to make some money, so what'll it be? Well, first of all, the outpost in Neon is hardly anything to be worried about. They have, what, like 4 men covering the entire city? Come on! And even if one of them got, I don't know, suddenly ambitious and put the heat on us, well, there are 2 ways to solve that problem. One way is to leave an unattended cred stick on the counter. The other is to give Sayoka a call. Either way, it's business for us as usual. Nah, I don't think I want to get mixed up in that. Not interested. You got the money. All right, buzz off. Busy.
My mother wanted me to
if we don't have it.
You wanna head to Euphorica after work tonight?
Hello there! Let me know if you need anything. Welcome to Sighardt's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems. If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Great. I'll bring the blend, you bring the chunks.
An artifact? Are you making this up? Well, like I said, if I don't have it, you don't need it. But I have a lot of other things you need. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for noticing. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt. This is a prime spot right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical. You'd think that, right? Unfortunately, I'm barely scraping by. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something? Business could always be better. I'll take that. My dear mother would have said the same thing. The fees here are quite expensive, and I'm barely making ends meet. But I've always been quite stubborn. It has not always been easy, but I've been at this location for 8 years, and I won't give up. My business is my pride and joy. You won't find another store like mine on Neon, so please support my business with your patronage. You won't be disappointed. You won't find a better selection anywhere else.
It'll be nice to get away from the clubs. A quiet evening should do me some good.
Have things for you.
I agree. 100%.
Here at Stroud Eklund, feel the power of fun.
I'm happy you've come by our showroom today. On behalf of Stroud Eklund, I'd like to welcome you to our showroom today. Our company prides itself as the industry leader in spacecraft production. We use groundbreaking technology to give us a significant advantage over our competitors. You can configure your desired spacecraft at any one of our conveniently located kiosks. If you have any questions, I can assure you, everything that I'm saying is quite accurate. Ever since the corporate merger, our company is stronger than ever. Feel free to have a look around our... Cross-promotion? I don't... Actually, I've been working here for only 2 years. Previously, I was an Arboron sales representative, but that type of work wasn't for me. I could never relate to the type of clientele that purchases weapons. But spacecraft have always held a certain fascination in my mind. It was comfortable working under Ryujin's banner, but despite all of my requests, they wouldn't transfer me to the Taiyo Astroneering Division. And so, here we are. He's been to Neon a few times, but I haven't had the pleasure of his company for more than a few minutes at the most. What I can say is that, despite what's been reported by the media, Mr. Stroud is a rational luminary with uniquely future-forward vision. Have a wonderful day.
I like the new upgrade for our ship. Picked up something you might be interested in.
So, why did you drag me in here?
Yeah. You said you wanted to buy something.
Are you sure you're in the right place?
You think I've suddenly inherited a fortune? This place is way out of my price range.
Hey, you're the one.
Yes, you're right. Of course. Of course. My apologies. Please forgive my disrespect. We have quite a few, shall we say, thugs that find their way into my establishment and create a disturbance. In fact, there's a particular Seoka member who calls himself Headlock, who repeatedly torments me by damaging my goods. My education on Jemison consisted entirely of academics and poetry, so it's unlikely I'd be successful in that regard.
Even if he could defend himself, I fear things would severely escalate. He might even end up getting himself killed.
Anyway, I've already taken up too much of your valuable time. Was there anything else I could help you with? Oh, well. Oh my goodness, that's such a relief. You have no idea. Thank you for accepting my offer. Headlock's quite a dangerous gentleman. I believe you can find him hanging out somewhere in Epside near Frankie's Grab and Go. You say that, but Seoka aren't exactly pushovers when it comes to this sort of thing, so you better watch your ass. Anyway, that's really all I know. Head back here when you've taken care of the situation. Good luck. Exquisite goods for discerning tastes. Oh, I carry all sorts of unique items for my group. I'm not one to boast, but my shop won me my position as Administrator Bayou's personal. Before I forget, I also pay top credits to travelers that bring me unique baubles and trinkets, so keep your eyes open as you explore the space wing. The Seoka Syndicate, of course. I'm surprised you haven't run into any of them. They're a group of organized criminals who use threats and violence to push their own agenda. And honest people like me tend to suffer the consequences. They're based out of Neon, but no one is certain who runs the syndicate. Could be anyone.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Word is the Borealis, you know? DJ?
We've got you covered.
Just moping
Morning,
around.
noon, or night. Enjoy one of our testing.
Hi there. Thanks for choosing Terra Brew.
Each of our baristas undergoes enhanced training to ensure you credits work for you.
Dozens of Vanguard pilots were now full UC citizens who attended the ceremony and listened to us.
If Benjamin Bayou's ego was as combustible as helium-3, he'd be able to provide enough fuel to power every ship in the settled systems.
Spacers. Scumbags and scum.
Have things for you.
So you're telling me I have to take my entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
That's right. Every damn crate.
All right, let's cut the crap. This is because I refuse to pay Bayou's ridiculous tariff on my goods, right?
I don't make the rules, lady. Just take your junk, load it back on your ship, and get the hell out of here.
If I don't deliver these goods, I'm going to lose thousands on this job.
Not my problem. Better get moving. This area is for loading and unloading only. Keep moving.
This is the last run to Neon I'm ever going to make. I can't believe I'm going to be out thousands of credits. These tariffs and taxes are getting ridiculous. Mind leaving me alone? I have a ton of logistics to plan.
Neon security! Stop immediately!